Hey guys, and welcome back to another video where today we're going to be predicting the scores of week 7 of the 2021-2022 Premier League season. But before we get started, Nathan, how well did we both do last week?
Let's just say I had a pretty decent week. 9 points, 3 exact results. You can't get better than that, really, I guess.
Well, you can. But because I came away with 14.5 points
true.
with 4 exact scores, which was actually the joint top scorer of the week. I was on top of the table with Kane will stay 2021. Yeah, as I said 4 exact results for both of us there at the top, and 14.5 points overall. So for the league table now, over at superoo.com, we've got Vercon on 68 points. Vercon, of course, is a friend of the show, Jason Liu, I think it is. So congratulations on remaining top of the shop there, Jason. But up into second position now is LFC 97, who's moved up 3 positions. But Nathan, you are now up to 27th position on 58 points, and myself, I've jumped 32 places up to 22nd position, and now I'm on 60 points after not having a very good start to the season. But we're both now pushing up the table. But that is enough of week 6. Let's move on now and make our predictions for week 7.
Okay, so first up, we have the midday kickoff on Saturday between Man United and Everton. Now, Man United losing 1-0 to Aston Villa. Bruno, straight over the bar, there it goes. Cristiano should have taken that penalty, absolutely terrible.
Even though Bruno is the designated Manchester United penalty taker.
But if you want a guaranteed goal, then Ronaldo would have just absolutely smashed it into top bins. But
prior to that, if you noticed, I think for Portugal,
he missed the penalty in Portugal. But then again, McFred, terrible in mid. I'm sorry, but how can you have that expensive a team and you've got McTominay and Fred in midfield?
Well, if you look,
that is shocking.
Have you seen tonight's lineup? Because we're actually recording this in the Champions League is taking place. Man United in action against Villarreal. McFred, as you call him, isn't playing. Good.
Well, I bet those Man United fans are relieved about that, because that's just honestly terrible. And if I'm honest, I'd rather say Gary Medel and Peter Whittingham in midfield than that.
Anyway, should we get back to the predictions?
Back to the predictions. Everton 2-0 Norwich, good result for Everton, but could have scored more really in that one. Interesting one, this one, but Man United have got bounced back. The Toffees are in a good run of form though, that's the problem, but I think Man United may just edge this one 2-1.
Yeah, I have gone exactly the same as you, Nathan. Both of these teams only losing once in the league so far this season. Man United 4th, Everton 5th. It could end up in a draw. Last season, I think this fixture ended 3-3 at Old Trafford. But I've just got Manchester United just about sneaking this one, and I'm going to go for 2-1. Next up, the first of the 3 o'clock kickoffs on Saturday, we've got Burnley coming up against Norwich. Norwich bottom of the table, played 6, lost 6, but Burnley are only just above them. They were unlucky, you could say, against Leicester, drawing 2-2 in the end against the Foxes. I'm going to go for another 2-1 in this one, but only just. I've gone for Burnley 2, Norwich 1, Norwich to score a goal.
Interesting, Burnley hunting for their first win of the season, but Norwich, where are they going to get their points from? It's terrible. But fully expect Burnley to win this one at home. They're going to overrun them 2-0. Next up, we've got Chelsea versus Southampton. Now, Southampton still yet to win. Picking up loads of draws, though, but a surprise loss to Wolves with that Raul Jimenez goal. But they're coming against the Chelsea side, 3rd in the league, also losing last week to Man City. Very close game in that one as well, even though Man City fully deserved to win. But, Chelsea will bounce straight back. But I do think it'll be a low-scoring game, so 1-0 to Chelsea.
1-0. Wow, Well, Kante is probably, well, he is out for this fixture. He's got the
Big
demonetized virus. They are in action as well tonight, away against Juventus. So last season, these two fixtures that they played themselves in was a 3-3 draw and a 1-1 scoreline as well. So Southampton got a little bit of form against them, but Chelsea looking absolutely superb this season in the league, even though they did lose at home against Man City last time out. But I think Chelsea will win this one 2-0. So next up, we've got Leeds coming up against Watford. Now, surprisingly, Leeds find themselves in the relegation zone, winless so far this season.
Shocking.
Coming up against a Watford team who've, they've struggled themselves, but in the last two matches, they drew against Newcastle and beat Norwich, but everyone's beating Norwich at the moment, so I can see another tight match. Unfortunately, I am going for another 2-1 scoreline in this one, but I am going to go for the away team in this one. I think Leeds are conceding too many goals this season, 14 goals in 6 matches, so it could end up in a draw, but I'm going to go for a Hornets winning this one 2-1.
Yeah, to be honest, Watford going forward, I don't think it's too bad, and I've been quite impressed with certain players, especially around Sarr, getting it forward as well.
Played
really good. Whereas Leeds, their defence is concerning me. Attack versus defence. If that attack's just going to carve through it, bad defence means you're going to lose. So yeah, I'm going to go for an hour 1-0 Watford. Next up, we've got Wolves versus Newcastle, 14th versus 17th in this one. Good win for Wolves against Southampton last time around, but they really needed to get points on the board. Whereas Newcastle still looking for their first win of the season, starting to turn things around. So Maximum playing really well. I think it's going to be another draw though, because Newcastle seem to be drawing everything comfortably. They attack well, but then their defence is bad, but sometimes they defend well, and then their offence is bad. So 1-1.
Yeah, Newcastle drawing their last 2 games 1-1. Last season, this match, both at Wolves and St James's Park, finished in as 1-1 as well. Interestingly though, that Wolves haven't actually drawn at all in the league this season, but I think this will be the first draw for them. I'm gonna have to go for a draw in this one, 1-1. Next up, the last of the Saturday fixtures at 5:30 tea time on Sky. We've got Brighton coming up against Arsenal. Now, this could go either way for me. Last season, Arsenal won both of these fixtures, 1-0 and 2-0. So Arsenal, I think they've shot up the table after a disastrous start. They've won 3 matches on the bounce, of course, in that North London derby, winning 3-1.
But Tottenham
awful. Beating Burnley and Norwich as well. So the bottom 2 teams. So. Can't really look into too much into these wins for Arsenal, but I think they will sneak this one narrowly, and I'm going to go for an Arsenal 1-0 away win.
I disagree. I'm going for Brighton.
I was thinking that myself. Brighton are doing fantastically so far.
Fantastic. 1 loss in 6. Really good at the moment. Especially some of the teams that they're taking points off as well. The Leicesters, your Brentfords. Yeah, you could say it's a good thing, but then again, I can't stand Brighton anyway. But I do think Brighton will come into this game with a confidence, and Arsenal, they're just going to be Arsenal, aren't they? Because they haven't really had, you could say that Tottenham has tested them, but with the way that they performed, it wasn't really a test. So I'm going to go for 2-1 Brighton. Next up we have Palace versus Leicester. Now, very unlucky Palace got the early lead at Selhurst in that M23 derby.
Ooh, I wouldn't call that. There's people in the comment section not happy about it.
No, I know. But anyway, getting away from that, coming up against the Leicester side, who could have started much better, have been fairly patchy, but they have had a tricky start to the season, and that hopefully when they regain confidence, that'll start to build back up. I do think they'll be able to sneak some against Palace though, so I'm going to go for 2-1.
Yeah, I was tempted to go for an away win to Leicester in this one. They have had some difficult fixtures, but Crystal Palace have impressed me so far this season. Okay, they've only won the 1 match, which was, who was that against? I think it was against Spurs, but that's nothing to write home about. But I think this one's got draw written all over it, but it could go either way. But I'm going to go for 1-1 in this one. Next up, we got another 2:00 kickoff on Sunday. We've got Spurs against Villa. Now, Villa picking up in recent matches, 2 wins on the bounce now. Manchester United, that was a very good result, and an excellent result just before that against Everton. Spurs, woeful form at the moment, but they do find themselves 11th position, 3 losses on the bounce. Surely they looked to
in the last 3 matches as well. They conceded 3 in each of them.
Surely the law of averages, you'd expect Spurs to get something out of this match. I'm probably going to shoot myself in the foot with this one, but I'm going to go for a Villa away win 2-0.
Yeah, I'm actually going to go much tighter than that. I think 1-0.
Yeah.
And as I said many times on Wall of Football as well, if you're a tactician or manager who's able to work out another team, then you'll be able to easily beat Tottenham this season, because they're, like it's time at Wolves, very, very one-dimensional. No sort of plan B there as well. Just really playing the same sort of stuff. So I'm going to go 1-0 Villa in this one. Next up, we've got a very interesting tie between West Ham and Brentford. 2 teams who have had very, very good starts to the season, and both teams who have only lost once in their last 6 matches. And for that reason, it's going to be tight, and I'm going to go 1-1.
1-1, yeah. They could finish as a draw, but Antonio is back in the side, scoring as well. Last week, it was they play Leeds away from home, of course, 2-1. I'm going to go for the same scoreline. I'm going to go 2-1 to the Hammers, but Brentford doing much, much better than I expected, grinding out the draws, getting the wins. They've only lost once this season, which was a home match against Brighton. So that match against Liverpool, they were absolutely brilliant against the Reds, considering Liverpool absolutely dismantled Porto last night, didn't they? 5-1. So 2-1 to the Hammers for me in that one. But the final fixture of the weekend, talking about Liverpool, is the big one, you could say. First against second, Liverpool against Manchester City. Last season, Man City won this fixture 4-1.
That was then again during the Liverpool injury crisis.
And I think that was the second fixture of a 4-match losing streak for Liverpool. Haven't lost this season they haven't lost this season in the league. Liverpool, Manchester City have, which was on the first weekend of the season, which was against Spurs. Man City only conceding 1 goal in the league this season, whereas Liverpool 4. Obviously, those 3 goals against Brentford. This is going to be tight. It could end up 0-0. Man City want to bounce back after that defeat against PSG last night, so this could go 0-0, but I'm going to just go for Man City to win this one 1-0.
Yeah, both teams are going to want to bounce back as well from, Man City losing to PSG. Yes, Liverpool did get their win against Porto last night, but they did draw a Brentford in the last round of the Prem. Liverpool will definitely score in this one, as they have scored in every single game this season, but I really think it's going to be high scoring. I'm going to go for Desmond's 2-2.
Wow, brilliant, fantastic. So that concludes our predictions for week 7 of the 2021-2022 Premier League season. As usual, make sure you leave your predictions as a comment, but if you're playing along in the league, make sure you head over to superbrew.com and leave your predictions in the usual pool. And if you haven't already joined the league, then on the screen now, that's how you join it. There's the code to join the Bluebirdlegend pool. Nathan, before we go, is there anything you'd like to add? Horrible night last night for Cardiff City.
Horrendous.
But as a Bluebird, there's a bit of a smile on our faces tonight. Why is that?
Mitrovic is a Bluebird. Have that, Swansea. Cardiff get battered everywhere they go. Absolutely.
We did last night anyway, didn't we?
At home, ironically.
Yeah. So Cardiff Reading Saturday. There's going to be a vlog. Hopefully, there'll be a vlog. More enjoyable.
Yeah, hopefully it'll be more enjoyable. But at the same time, if things don't go well, that'll probably be Mick McCarthy's last game in charge. So make sure you check that out, guys. And then live streams will be returning for Wales next week, as our next 2 Wales games are both away. So there'll be live streams.
Is that Czech Republic and probably Estonia? I think it is.
But Estonia, Belarus, one of the 2.
Yeah, I can't remember which it is, but
it would be Estonia. Yeah,
Estonia. I think it is anyway. Yeah. Anyway, so that concludes our predictions. If you haven't got anything else to add, we're going to enjoy hopefully enjoy the football on the weekend. Remember to leave your predictions, climb up the table over at superbrew.com, and we'll see you all in the next video.
Come on, Fulham, score another 6 goals.